Creating a high-performing team is very challenging, especially if you don't have proven tactics and strategies on how to do this easy. That's one of your main jobs as a leader, right? How do I make success easy for my team? The good news is I'm going to provide some different tactics and strategies in this video that you can start implementing because, hey, not only does it make it easy for you, easy for your team, but it also makes it easy for the people joining your team in the future as well. One of the biggest things before we get into the actual strategies of the video is belief. It's probably what most leaders struggle with the most, not even believing it's possible. Having self-doubt about themselves, having low self-confidence, not really sure if they're making the right decisions, okay? So I want to give you the ultimate thing. You have to believe that building a high-performance culture, a high-performance team is possible, no matter if you're in the worst toxic situation that you just took over. Here at Executive Career Upgrades, we have a Mastering Your First 100 Days program for directors, VPs, and executives. And a lot of them that I work with in this program are they're taking on companies that have had some really bad cultures, revenues are down, and they are tasked with coming in and totally transforming this organization. First, I wanted to start with one of those most important things is that you believe it's actually possible. Because just like Henry Ford had said in the past, if you think it's going to be a problem, or if you don't think it's going to be a problem, you're right. Or hey, if you believe it's possible, or you do not believe it's possible, you're right. So keep that belief lid super high. Hey, if you don't know me, my name is Tim Madden. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Executive Career Upgrades, the fastest growing career services organization on the Inc. 5000 list. Hey, we've helped thousands of directors, VPs, and executives transform their lives, whether it's getting the new job, keeping the job, or being successful at the job. Do me a favor, smash the subscribe button below so I can help you truly advance your career. All right, now let's get into the fundamentals of starting to build that high-performance culture. Number one, as you've seen in a couple of my other leadership videos, you have to lead by example. You have to show your dedication to the team and your passion to succeed. Your enthusiasm will be contagious to the team. And if you have a bad attitude, a neutral attitude, you're only gonna get more of the same. So hey, that's why I love what my mentor, one of my mentors says, Grant Cardone, he said, hey, listen. You need to be able to get excited for no reason. And I'm not saying we need to be so excited and start acting crazy and jumping out of a window, right? But you have to have a charismatic aura about you. And a part of that is just with that positive mindset. So if you are not positive, if you are not charismatic, if you're not one of those people who says, hey, we're gonna do whatever it takes to win, what do you think your team's gonna do? If you're showing up late to work, showing up late to meetings, showing up not looking professional, right? I'm not gonna go through all of them right now, but you get my drift. You need to have extremely high standards for yourself so that you can hold the team to extremely high standards. So number one, you have to lead by example. Number two, you have to communicate the vision and the purpose. You have to be bought into the mission, vision, and values of the organization. And just like in the military, we had to tell people, hey, this is why we're doing it, this is the purpose, and this is the end state, and here is how you, Johnny, contribute to the success of this mission or plan we are on. You need to be able to do that every single day, right? You need to be able to get your team excited, right? You need to tell your team why it's important no matter what they do, even if it's the janitor, right? Hey, here's why it's important to keep our building clean. We have clients come here every day, so I don't know who you lead on your team, but you need to be instilling like, here's where we're going for this business unit, and this is the purpose, and this is how we help the business grow, and why it's important that we do that. If you're unable to get excited, lead by example, communicate effectively, right? But most importantly, communicate that vision and purpose, it's gonna be hard to get people to follow you. It's gonna be hard to build a high-performing culture. Number three, you need to empower and trust your people. If you cannot empower or trust them, specifically, if you can't trust them, then why are they on your team, right? Get them out your team, go get some new people. Our jobs as leaders is, just like Nick Saban says, right? I need to get the right people on the bus and the wrong people off the bus. Then when I have the right people on the bus, then what do I need to do? My job isn't done. I need to put the right people in the right seats. If you do that, you can build a high-performing culture. Now, you need to be able to delegate responsibility as a leader. I struggle with this sometimes as well. I'm like, man, I could just do this right now and it could be done. As leaders, though, we're only as strong as our team. And the job of a leader is not to be the doer, to do every single thing. It's to be able to delegate effectively and empower the employees and then trust them that they're going to do a good job. Now with that, in the leadership and development program we have here at Executive Career Upgrades, we talk about trust a lot. Trust with the executive staff and trust with the employees. But let me give you just a little tip, right? Hey, I trust everyone, but I still verify. Trust but verify. Number 4, we need to provide support and resources. Did you set expectations high with your team? Are you checking in month to month? Are you giving them a quarterly counseling? Are you providing resources and training to them? Are you creating effective SOPs so we know when these situations happen that were unforeseen, hey, are you documenting it so that if it never happens again? One of the funniest things I see about business, they will keep having the same issue over and over and over again. And what's so funny, it's kind of like, imagine I was just sitting here and someone came up and slapped me in the face. And I was like, wow. Then they slapped me in the face again. And say the hand kept just going around in a circle. At one point, I would hope that you would duck, right? So hey, if you don't create standard operating procedures and provide that training to the team, your team is just getting slapped in the face every time that occurs. Don't let people slap your team in the face. Create policies and procedures, make sure everyone is trained and aware of them so your team knows when to duck, but more importantly, what to do when these situations arise. Number 5, you have to recognize people every single day. That's one of the good things we do here at ECU every day on our all-team huddle is we recognize someone who's going above and beyond. Today I just did one of our new employees, Chris, who's on our enrollment team. He transformed so many lives, so I gave him a shout out on the call. Chris, if you're watching this, we appreciate you, right? But hey, you need to be able to celebrate accomplishments and achievements of the company, of the month, of the week, of the day, every single day. If people don't consistently feel they're being appreciated, they will leave you. Okay? Therefore making it impossible to build a high-performing team. Hey, and the last one I want to cover today, you need to be able to encourage innovation and creativity. You need to create a safe space for your team members to share their ideas and take risks without fear of failure. Every time a new employee joins one of our departments, I always get with them and I say, look, as you're going through onboarding, I'm relying on you. I'm relying on you on that onboarding survey. How can we make it better? What are things you did at your last organization which maybe helped alleviate some of the issues that we currently have? You are only as smart as the people around you as a leader. So when you're bringing in new people, when you're developing new processes, make sure your team is a part of it. And then when people do bring good solutions, hey, recognize them. Your team should be enhancing the processes for you. They should be developing SOPs on what to do, sharing best practices, sharing improves. And when you start creating an environment like that, where that's the expectation, you expect people to contribute, you want to get ideas, and you want to make the best decision, things become a lot easier for you. And recently I was at a business conference and I got to see Dan Martel speak, and so I'll give you this. He talks about his 1-3-1 method. So number 1, right, is there's a problem, right? There is a problem. And he says, hey, I tell my executive staff every time there's a problem, don't even come to me until you've done this 1-3-1 method. The 1-3-1 method is number 1, I need to clearly identify the root cause of the problem first. Number 3, I need to provide 3 contingencies that I think that may alleviate the issue. And then when they go to Dan, based on the 3, they also need to have which one they believe they should go with. So let me kind of go over that. Number 1, clearly define the problem, the root cause of the problem. Provide 3 solutions, and then recommend one of those solutions whenever you come to them. That would be something really great to implement inside your business unit as well, to essentially empower your employees to come up with solutions. You don't want to be the boss where just everyone brings the problems to and you have to solve them all. You want to be able to empower your employees to do that. Without these tactics and strategies I shared with you, it's absolutely impossible to build a high-performing culture. So be sure that you start instilling these today inside your business or business unit so you can start creating that high-performance culture. I can assure you, when you start to obtain that, things start to get a lot easier for you, your team members, and the ability to grow. As always, hey, stay connected by clicking that subscribe button below to ensure success in your career.